CES, also known as the Consumer Electronics Show, bills itself as the most powerful tech event in the world. It all kicks off next week, early in 2026, from Las Vegas. This year's lineup is packed with big themes like mobility, digital health, and yes, AI will be front and center too. Gary Shapiro, CEO and Vice Chair of the Consumer Technology Association, which organizes CES, recently joined our Ashley Mastronardi to talk more about what is in store. Let's take a look.
It's the biggest event in the country, if not the world, focused on technology and business. We get 40% of the people from outside the United States, and it's open to trade only and investors, as well as obviously innovators, because it's where innovators come together, and global innovation is on display in just about every major company in the world focused on technologies there in one way or the other. All signs are pointing great. For CES 2026 in Las Vegas, January 6th through 9th, we have a record number of innovation award winners, over 3,600. We'll have about the same number of companies exhibiting, several thousand companies, and we'll be in almost 2.6 million net square feet of exhibit space across just about every major Las Vegas facility. And we'll have a couple of hundred of government officials from around the world there as well to see what's going on, including the chairman of the FCC, the FTC, the other agencies in Washington, which are important, and those around the world. Big focus on healthcare. What's different this year? Let me tell you something. We have so many, it's a long list, but I'll say we have a focus on manufacturing we haven't had before in the US. On wearables as well, we have a lot of wearable companies, all sorts of parts of the body, including the CEO of Aura Health will be one of the featured speakers. And we have a focus on women's health, because the view we have is health tech is super important, and women's health has not had the same level of focus and investment that it should have, considering all the things that women go through. So also new focus and innovations awards on travel and tourism, supply and logistics, filmmaking and distribution, enterprise tech, and ed tech. So we're pretty excited about what's going on. And of course, AI will be super important. It'll help define the show. And we have a special new area for that in the Fontainebleau. It's called the Foundry, and it has an area for AI and quantum and cybersecurity.
And speaking of AI, I understand that the first CES took place in New York City in 1967. How has the conference and tech evolved in the past 58 years?
Well, I wasn't at the first one in 1967, but it was about radios and televisions and turntables. So we've gone through several evolutions as we shifted to digital with HD TV and CD and DVDs, and now we're big into streaming. The conference is also has several hotels just focused on chief marketing officers and content creators and providers, and the platforms themselves, because marketing is now about reaching people more easily and directly on different platforms. And it's tough to stay ahead because we've shifted to streaming. We've shifted to so many other ways of getting our information and entertainment. And of course, we focus now into health technology, where devices are helping deal with the fact that we have a shortage of healthcare professionals and doctors, and these sensing devices in every cell phone basically have allowed really creative innovators to come up with all sorts of different ways of measuring bodily functions, to keep out of hospitals, to do telehealth, and to basically save money and time and going back and forth from the doctor and hospital and healthcare. And of course, as transportation has totally changed. That wasn't there in 1967. We have all sorts of transportation. Obviously, we have a whole mobility area, and it's just not cars. There's huge trucks. Oshkosh is there with a huge exhibit. Caterpillar and John Deere is showing what they could do with agriculture and using technology in a big way. We have all sorts of other companies that are in areas of mobility involving water and air, and even, of course, tunneling through the tunnels using the Tesla cars. There's several of them now in Las Vegas, and they're a great way of getting around. Las Vegas is the only city in the world that can really handle CES given its size, and innovation is what defines it. And so much has changed. It's hard to imagine how different it is than it was in 1967. It's science fiction coming true.
And Gary, for you personally, what are you most excited to check out at CES 2026?
You know, we have all sorts of great speakers and keynoters. For the second time, we're using the Sphere. We have the CEO of Lenovo, who will have a lot of CEOs from other major companies, including AMD and NVIDIA, showing up and speaking. Also, the CEO of AMD, Lisa Su, will be keynoting separately, the first keynote of the show. the night before the show begins, but we have others as well that are very important. The CEO of Caterpillar, McKinsey and General Catalyst are doing an all-in interview, a very big podcast taping for the tech world. And we'll have the head of Vivendi speaking as well as Dr. Roland Bush of Siemens will be the opening keynoter, talking about what Siemens is doing with digital twins and with so many other things to follow. We'll have 1,200 different speakers. A lot of it will be streamed, but of course, there's nothing like being there with that 5 cents experience to see what's hot and what's not. One of the new aspects of the show, though, is actually an investor partnership program where we have a huge number of investors, several thousand, and the investment committee is seeing value in being there at the center of global innovation. It gives investors the exclusive access to exhibitor funding insights, what exhibitors are interested in investments, dedicated networking events, curated programming and content. And it's open to anyone who's an angel investor, VC, corporate investor, family office, grant maker, mutual fund, and it's all on CES.tech.